Okay, beware the full moon, because you know what that means. Could be a werewolf out there. Werewolves.
You mean the brigade of Nazis that well after the war continued to fight Allied forces, or actual like werewolves?
No, werewolves. The lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. Okay. Well, no, they did have a brigade.
That's what they call it. That's
I know.
the condition, lycanthropy.
Like yes.
And the werewolf thing, just in general, from all the way back to the original Wolfman,
With Lon Chaney.
and
Which I don't think I have that film. I have all the monster movies except for that one, and Phantom of the Opera. I have The Invisible Man though, which is odd. But I think I got that because it's much bigger from Casablanca.
yeah.
So anyway, but I've seen the original one. I didn't see the one Abbott and Costello meet the werewolf.
Oh, classic.
Really?
Yes, yeah, no, Abbott and Costello, yeah, with the Universal Monsters. But and then of course we got more contemporary things like American Werewolf in London,
Which is actually, it really creeped me out.
It was a great movie.
Not because of the werewolf or how he was changing or stuff like that, but because of his friend that kept hanging out with him as he was rotting.
Yeah, Jack, his buddy
was
Jack.
That was the worst part.
He didn't change, he died. And
Yeah.
all the other people who were dead and dead spirits. And they were all victims of the werewolves and
or just him as a werewolf.
No.
All werewolves. Okay.
The whole line of werewolves
line.
that
Yes.
led to him, and the line need to be severed with him.
Yes. So was it was
For them all to ascend.
Yes. So he was dreaming, right? Is that a dream or
No.
it was a
No,
psychokinetic construct?
Those were actually real, visits from the spirits. Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's how I took it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just
And he had to die because.
But he found that hot girl to bone. So now he has to die, right?
The hot girl.
The one that was,
That's the hot girl, Jenny Agutter
I guess.
from Logan's Run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Jenny
hot girl.
Agutter.
Yeah.
The hot girl, he says. Yeah, he finds Jenny Agutter. Yes, of all people. I mean, yeah.
And then he's got to die. Yeah. What the fuck's wrong with the world? I'm just saying.
I mean, really, dude. And the shower scene with the Van Morrison.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful night for a moon dance. I loved the music. It was great. And I love the banter between the guys, out on the moors.
But the funniest part was when he wakes up in the zoo.
Well, yeah.
Because I was just like, wow.
Well, he got fired for that, Not fired from the movie. He lost his spokes gig with Dr. Pepper for that.
Really?
He was the Dr. Pepper guy. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? And he did that movie, and those...
What, because he showed his ass?
That nude scene in the movie cost him that gig, yes.
Wow.
That's true.
It's Dr. Pepper, kid. You need to calm down.
But Dr. Pepper did not feel that was keeping with their public standards or whatever for their spokesperson, and... Yeah.
Wow. So see what people get fired for?
And they even pulled all of his commercials. Google it. You can find his commercials, on YouTube. You can go find them. They're out there. But they quit airing them after that movie, yes. And he lost that job.
Well, there was a bit of useless information that was interesting.
Yeah, just another
As most useless pieces of information are.
My mind is a wealth of useless information.
Sort of like the werewolves in World War II. But anyway.
But, I mean, there were other werewolf franchises, like American Werewolf in Paris wasn't wasn't crazy about that, and then the Wolfen films, which I really wasn't crazy about.
So what do you think about Silver Bullet? Because you know how I hate
the Stephen King take on the werewolf story.
I just don't like Stephen King, but I like that movie, and it's not just because Gary Busey's in it.
Yeah. But no, it was like Stephen King's take on werewolves, and no, that was a cool one. And of course, like Seth Green was a werewolf in Buffy's, and
show.
And just the whole thing about the full moon. Is what triggers the change is the lunar cycle, and what was the other one? There was another one.
The Wolfman.
Where there was a
the Wolfman with
that chained himself up
That was Penny Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, but I love that too.
The Wolf of God is what he was.
Mm-hmm. Where he knew that he would go and do his whatever happened, and he would chain himself up every full moon.
Yes.
You know. No, the werewolves have always been fascinating, and there's other were creatures been like explored, but the werewolf is the one that what is the word?
It's the prominent were creature.
It's the definitive. Yeah,
Yes.
it's the one that.
But in the reboot of not reboot, but the Return of the X-Files, there was the were creature, which looked like kind of a the guy from Flight of the Condors.
Yeah.
And he played the were creature, and in his true self, he looked like kind of a reptile, kind of Sleestack, but a lighter tone.
Yeah.
Creature. So there's that. But yeah, I saw Wolf with Jack Nicholson. Didn't like it. I saw the Wolfman with Del Toro and Hannibal. Anthony Hopkins. So that's like the best werewolf movie. I think it's better than the black and white, the original. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And, but other than that, just, werewolves all over the place.
Yeah. And
we're not talking about dogmen, so that's something else for altogether different. So anyway, are there any werewolf movies you like? Did we get some wrong? What do you think?
Right. Did we leave some out? What about werewolves is so fascinating to us? Is
it letting your wild side out? Because I always see them that the werewolves are the party animals.
Almost like a Jekyll and Hyde, but not
Kinda,
quite.
sorta, yeah.
But even more animalistic.
Yeah.
Maybe. Why not?
What would Freud say? Anyway, like, share, and subscribe.